Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Gabby arrives at EJ's house on today's episode of Days of Our Lives. Gabby is there to retrieve some of her belongings, but they exchange a few jabs. EJ wants an apology from her before she may approach them. She actually owes him two things. She slapped him and accused him of ruining her marriage. Then, in retaliation for what she did with Nicole, he throws her in jail and destroys her marriage. She will never apologize, but he had better start groveling at her feet for his actions. She runs upstairs to retrieve her belongings after they argue some more about who is to blame for her marriage's breakdown. Gabby from Days glares up at EJ in the DeMera foyer. Rafe is called by Javi from the pub because he is unable to locate the roles Gabby requested. Leo passes by, which exacerbates the situation. Although he makes an effort to apologize to Javi, Gabby's cousin seems uninterested. He doesn't tolerate being made to feel bad by Leo. For a period. He departs and Alex comes out of the pub, needing to get away from Stephanie and Philip talking on and on about their past and catching up. Leo understands, but he's simply too distressed to offer assistance. He can't move past the fact that he blew it with Javi. After he fills Alex in, Alex says Leo ought to apologize. Leo claims to have, but it didn't work out. Alex notes that he can at least attempt to identify the person who is actually acting phony at Lady Whistleblower. For the benefit of everyone at Body and Soul, he must put an end to them. However, Alex is confident that Leo will find the sneak who is attempting to destroy Leo and the show. He then extends an invitation to Leo to attend the Kiriaki's Thanksgiving meal, but Leo is now a man on a mission. Days at Thanksgiving, Javi reads his phone behind them as Rafe talks to Jada while gazing down at a boiling pot. After returning with the buns, Javi samples the family's candied sweet potatoes at Rafe's. Then he gets a little mad with Leo. When Jada arrives home, she hopes that the interruptions will stop, but Rafe reminds her that the commissioner's work never ends, holiday or not. Rafe informs Jada that he has a new job when she is pounding her head against the wall about the cupcake dilemma. He was hired as a field operator at Black Patch, and Javi and Jada celebrate his new position. Although they are all pleased for him, Javi occasionally makes things unpleasant by bringing up Jada taking his former position before pointing out that they might be interfering with each other's work as the police commissioner and a detective. He's confident they'll be all right, though. Days as Chanel speaks, Paulina casts a contemptuous sidelong glance. On Thanksgiving, Chanel rushes to Paulina to share a chocolate turkey. They briefly discuss the cupcakes when she inquires about Abe's health. To Chanel's chagrin, Paulina then gives Johnny a little scolding. The least he deserves for insulting you in that way is a little food poisoning. Chanel yells at her to keep her distance and let her and Johnny handle things alone. She has moved past what he said and is no longer bothered by it. Paulina is shocked that Chanel has forgiven her husband, but she reluctantly agrees when her daughter extols Johnny's virtues. Furthermore, as Chanel incorrectly points out, he simply made a stupid error. It's not like he cheated on her. They'll be all right. They separate on good terms and Chanel pledges to be back later for dessert and spend time with Eli, Lonnie and the kids. As Johnny approaches, Joy, who's on the phone in the square telling her mother that she is okay with being by herself, yells, "Mom, of course I am staying away from married men." Joy bids her mother farewell, and she and Johnny continue their conversation regarding Johnny's embarrassing dream and the contaminated cupcakes. And Joy sharing them with Alex. In the square, Days Joy leans over and speaks to Johnny in a worrying manner. He is completely appalled, but Joy assures him that Alex has no intention of harming Chanel. Chanel approaches as Johnny makes a mysterious remark, wanting to know what they're discussing, and discovers that they're discussing contaminated baked products. Why not? Chanel then discusses how her friend broke her confidence and how Talia contaminated the biscuits. Chanel refuses to go without Joy as Johnny tries to drag her home for dinner. On Thanksgiving, she won't be by herself. Your presence would be greatly appreciated. Chanel simply persists until Joy yields. In the last moments of the broadcast, Gabby gathers her belongings and flees while shouting at each other through the front door. Joy, Chanel, and Johnny arrive after she leaves. Joy is left with EJ as Johnny and Chanel go to put away the food. It must be nice to be back in Salem, he says casually as he pours her a drink. But she needs to leave now. Joy is given a drink by Daisy J in the living room. He is aware of what she and Johnny did, and her presence is quite awkward. She believes he means Thanksgiving, but it's not true. I'm telling you to leave the city, not to leave my house. She must go since Johnny feels bad. Joy is a little irritated. He was here first, EJ informs her gently. He will help her terminate her contract and take all necessary steps to get her out of here, including paying her any money she believes she is due. He gives her a sly smile before glaring at her. When Johnny and Chanel enter and observe the tension, EJ tells them that they were only beginning to know one another. He whispers to Joy, "If you're smart, you'll take this deal," before entering the dining room. Days while Jada busies herself and ignores Leo, Rafe and Gabby gaze at him irritably in their kitchen. After bringing her belongings home, Gabby hardly has time to greet everyone when Leo knocks on the door and Javi glares at her. He wants Rafe, but Leo isn't there for him. He met Steve, who informed him that Rafe was employed by Black Patch and that Leo wanted to engage him to track down Lady Whistleblower. On Days of Our Lives, Doug dies after Jennifer, Jack, Eli, and Lonnie return home. Check out our photo gallery below to see all the soap operas for which we are grateful this season, as well as a few for which we are not. Sometimes life's surprises are far greater than the plots of soap operas. For example, we believe that Sean and Belle's departure from Days of Our Lives and the departure of Brandon Beamer and Martha Madison could be permanent. Apparently, both actors did the same. If this week's Days of Our Lives spoilers are any indication, secrets tend to surface in soap operas. Leo learns something about Javi, Kristen tries to push her luck, Jada believes she knows Rafe, Joy and Johnny's tryst is revealed, and JJ joins Chad's scheme. Although Chanel accepted Johnny's apology for his behavior when he believed she had cheated on him with Alex, she is unaware that he had cheated on her while intoxicated. Chanel is startled to hear her husband murmuring in his sleep as she sits down in the bed beside him. "Joy," he murmurs. "This should not be done." However, Alex finds out the real truth when Chanel becomes suspicious. He asks Joy, "You and Johnny, you made a connection? How much longer till Johnny's secret is revealed to Chanel?" In order to get Kat out of jail and use her as bait to trap Clyde and discover exactly what he did with Abigail's body, Chad chose to drop the charges against her. JJ is also interested in the plan. "Are you aware of the danger this will pose?" He is reminded by Chad. However, JJ is adamant about his sister receiving justice. "I'm in," he says. Despite Leo's joyful flirtation with Javi, Lady Whistleblower has learned something unfavorable about the Salem newbie. He is adamant, "Javi, I know what you did. You won't get away with it either." Completely bewildered, Javi exclaims, "What the hell? Could Leo be wrong?"